Okay, that's a pretty cool tabletop decoration set up here for this OKC knife review. 1/72 scale M4A3 diorama. Seen in the bunker many times, on tabletop a couple of times. I think I bought this for like 18 bucks on clearance. It was at a hobby shop. This is a non-Firefly Sherman. Love that camouflage pattern though. Isn't that sick? So that's going to be hanging out here. We have a Luger on the table. How cool is that? And then a reminder of how long we've been doing this together in TMP. So fun tabletop decorations as we get going here on an OKC knife review. Holy cow, how long has it been? Here's how it works for acquiring gear. And you guys know this. So I'll research, I don't know, 20, 30 hours on stuff to review, guns, knives, watches, maybe more than that. I'll acquire those items either by selling some other stuff, make money for it, buying the items, very frequent I do that, loaning the items less frequently, then you get your review. Unbiased, independent, all that stuff. Okay, that's how it works. But once I go through that process and I have a mound of gear to review, I have to kind of slow down and research because I have to work through that mound, and it is a lot of work, and I'm doing that now. Then once my stock of stuff to review depletes somewhat, I get more stuff. So I just got done with a whole batch of reviews, returned or got rid of or kept for cast member stuff some of the items, and I start doing some more research. I'm online for knife stuff. What's new? And Ontario Knife Company came to mind, and I say to myself, what the heck? Are they still alive? I never hear from OKC ever. Now, SHOT Show isn't going anymore because of COVID-19. I don't know if it'll ever come back, but even when it was back, I quit going because it was just so unpleasant for me. It was overexposed and all the stuff I've talked about, so I just kind of bailed. I never needed it for content. And actually, I can do all my research online. But the benefit was I was able to meet with OKC at SHOT Show and find out what they were doing and also give them some feedback from you and myself of what we liked. And one of them was the Spec Plus 2 series of knives, and the best, I think, well, there are several great knives out of that lineup. SP43 was one of them. One of my favorites is the SP50 flat ground large survival knife. That's gone. Yeah, I think the Spec Plus line has been allowed to just die off, which is very sad. And after that, I kind of became less enthusiastic about the brand. I was like, okay, I'm just going to check out from OKC for a while because they got rid of my knives that I really loved. Maybe I was pouting, but I circled back the other night. I was like, well, let's just go see what OKC's doing. One of the knives I found, and I'm not reviewing this one right now, but this is the old Hickory Bird and Trout. This is a cool little knife, and it is little. I mean, look at how small this knife is. Fixed blade, very simple, very old-fashioned, very functional, with a beautiful leather sheath on it. I'll put a link to this below if I can find it. If not, you're on your own. Cool little knife. So I have a larger version that I got, and I'm going to review those together. I might do a cutting test on them before I bring them to tabletop. Maybe take them out in the woods. We'll see. We'll see. But I was impressed with that. I mean, they're not cutting edge. They're more traditional, but it's interesting to me as a knife reviewer. So we're going to leave that on table. We'll move Mr. Luger up here a little bit. I found this knife that is the subject of this review, and lo and behold, it is a frame lock knife. Titanium frame lock knife. Welcome to the OKC review on the Shikra. Sorry, screwed that up. Shikra. Shikra? I don't know how they say it. I'm just messing around. No, it's Shikra. Here's the box. Here's the box. Okay, so purchased. This is purchased, so it wasn't sent to me by OKC. They don't even know I'm doing a review on it. We'll call it the Shikra. Shikra? Yeah, we'll do that. The Americanized pronunciation. I'll be honest, when I ordered this thing, I wasn't too hopeful. I was like, okay, so OKC is going to do a frame lock. Cool. Lots of competition. Lots of great competition. And when I got it, I took it out of box, especially for its $45 price point. I'll tell you, I was kind of impressed. I was like, this thing is cool. The first thing they did right, there's several things they did right with this, is they put Micarta on it. If I were to choose between G10 and Micarta, not in all knives, but in a lot of knives, I would prefer Micarta because it's warm to the touch, and to me it has a special type of traction, especially when wet. Here we have an olive drab Micarta on the non-frame lock side of the Shikra. Hey, it's Shikra! Whatever, I'm calling it Shikra. Yeah, so that is a good looking handle scale that they have on there. It's rounded, so there's no hot spots on it. Very nice. We got some milling in there. Nothing groundbreaking. I'm not saying that this is innovative. We've seen a lot of this in pretty much every knife that comes to table. But as one of their first efforts, it's not bad. Not bad at all. There's a little lanyard hole there. If you're going to use 550 cord, you're going to have to hollow it out there with a Shikra. Open design. Notice they didn't put a steel, or I should say titanium liner in that micarta side, which I really like. You might make the argument that it maybe lessens the torsional rigidity a little bit. I could see that. And what I mean by that, here comes a copper, not brass, copper S2R. Look at this. Yeah, you can make that argument that, well, since it's not either steel or titanium lined on the other side, that the torsional rigidity, the strength of this small knife, let's be honest, this is a small knife, would be less. Okay, I'll give you that. But I don't think anyone will care. This is an EDC knife. It's not a tactical blade. It's not a self-defense tool unless you're super desperate. It's an EDC fun blade. I love how they didn't put any metal in there. Here's your frame lock side. We'll go to the clip at this point. Really nice clip, deep carry, minor obstruction in the clip area. Blackened to match the blackwashed, sometimes I say backwashed blade. So I really like the darkened blades, usually. Depends on the theme of the knife. That's a really good clip, guys. Really good clip. I like it. There's your timing on the frame lock. Let's check the speed on the Shikra. Outstanding. Really good speed. I don't think this one has ball bearings in it. Don't think so. It's probably phosphor bronze or something like that. Nice lockup. No big surprise. Let's look at the stop pin and the centering and the retention. Yep. Yep. Yep, let me see if I can shake it out off camera. The knife. Nope. Ain't coming out. So that's pretty good retention. So it's got a really positive detent. And then we go to the blade. The steel of choice is something we really don't see too often anymore. AUS 8. I know, AUS 8, when I started TMP doing a knife show, it was pretty common with a lot of makers. Or variations of it. And here we see it in the Ontario. Probably an affordable choice. AUS 8's not the best steel, kind of soft. You know, but hey, it works. And the price is low on this knife, remember. So around 45 bucks. I'll put a link to Blade HQ, the Pro 2A knife supplier. Thank you for supporting them. By the way, I didn't get this knife from them. I bought it somewhere else, but I do like taking you. Yeah, I like supporting those guys. They're awesome. Then again, we got the backwashed finish on this AUS 8 blade on the Shikra. Spear point. Really sharp out of box, dudes. This thing is sharp. I don't have to work this edge at all. Let me get a card and we'll do a little bit of cutting. I had a card here the other day. Come on now. There it is. There she blows. Hey, nothing fancy. I love how prepared you are with the cutting media. Yeah, me too. Look at this. Well done, OKC. Well done. Yeah, the blade is super sharp. You don't have to do anything with it. Now, one thing I haven't said much about the spear point blades, I do like them. I like them especially for medical use, like digging out a splinter, doing medical, I call them surgeries. These types of blades, you can throw Spyderco's, a lot of their leaf blades into this category. Fantastic. But one thing they're not good at is spreading peanut butter. I'm not kidding. I'm being serious. Spreading peanut butter are spreading butter. They're not good food knives. Yeah, I just want to remind you of that. There's no particular reason. Yeah, let me see if I have a good representation. Well, this one would be. So the old Hickory right here, bird and trout. See how it has more upsweep here? This is a good food preparation blade. And I don't know about you, but that's what I use my blades for all the time. Here's a good one. Yeah, I'm still carrying the old school SOG Flash 2. Modified. Well, kind of tape on it. Yeah, dudes, this is a good food blade. Really good food blade. Just as a comparison. Yeah, so, but as a spear point blade, I really like it. Let's check that jimping. Oh, nice job, Ontario. Jimping is perfect. It really is. I'm not joking around. The jimping on this is perfection. So fun that I don't have to Dremel it out. So fun. And you notice you can reposition the clip if you want to do, you know, contrary what God intends, tip down. You can do that if you want. Flipper has no sharp edges on it. I'm impressed with this knife, guys. For the price, it's really good. No competitive offerings on this one. We're kind of making an SF video a little bit. But Ontario, I guess, has a pulse. They are producing knives still. I wish them the best. I really do. From what they've given us over the years and the value levels they've done, like the Marine Raider, the SP50, bless them. Bless them, really. And I hope they just sell a bazillion of these things. And I hope they give us some more, because this is a great, great little EDC knife. And it's a surprise to me. Nothing fancy.